Hey guys, it's Shannon here to do part number dos of the Q&A. These are going to be my non-TTC questions that I have received. I will try and be quick because my TTC one was 8 questions and it was 9 minutes long, and this one is 20 questions and I don't want a 20-minute long video. And I know you guys don't want to see my ugly mug for 20 minutes. So, let's just get started. Do you have any brothers and sisters? I have an older full brother who will be 30 in July. I have a younger full sister who will be 25 in August. I have a younger stepbrother who is 23. I have a younger stepsister who is almost 20, I think. And I have a half sister who is 9. Yeah, those are my siblings. Number 2, where did you grow up? That's a fun one. And if you've watched my other videos, I think I've explained this before, but I was born in Virginia for the first 5 years. It was back and forth between Virginia and Michigan. Was in Virginia till I was 12. Moved to California when I was 12 years old, stayed there until I was 15, moved to New Jersey for a year, moved back to California for my senior year and 1 additional year. Then I moved to Michigan for a year. Then I moved back to California for 3 years, and now I've been in New Jersey for 3 years. Yeah. Number 3, what is your favorite things to do with hubby? We're really simplistic. On the weekends, we just sit on the couch and watch episodes of TV shows all day, every day. That's all we do. That's what we enjoy doing. The only other thing that we really do is we go see a Beatles cover band that I talk about all the time, Revolve. You can find them on YouTube as well. We go see them. That's it. We're boring, but it's what we like to do. So I'm going to skip number 4. We're going to do that at the end because that one's really long. Number 5, what state do you live in? We're currently in Jersey. Number 6, is this your first marriage and where are we honeymooning? This is my first marriage. This is his second marriage. We're not really honeymooning. We're staying in Michigan for a week. We're staying with my mom. That's a good enough honeymoon for me. I miss my mother. So, number 7, if you had one place to travel to and where, I want to go to, I would love to go to Australia. I would absolutely love to go there. I just would love to go there. And I would love to go to England, Amsterdam area. Yeah, that's why. There's not really why. Duh. There's not really a why. These are just the places that I want to go. It's just the places that I want to see. I also want to go to Ireland. Number 8, what is my favorite go-to food? Carbs. Any carbs. French fries, potatoes, pasta, just carbs and apples. Number 9, what's the craziest thing you want to do? I don't know if there's anything really that crazy I want to do. I don't want to bungee jump. I don't want to skydive. Nothing? Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Number 10, if you could have had any celebrity at your bachelorette party, who would it be? Okay, well, I went to a gay club, so I would have to say Andy Dick. I love him. Either Andy Dick or RuPaul. That would be fantastic. They would just make my day. I actually met a celebrity kind of a celebrity at my bachelorette party. He was at the club. If you guys ever watch Cake Boss, it's the drag queen that popped out of one of the cakes, one of the birthday cakes at Cake Boss. Here, I'm going to show you really fast, as long as I can find it really quick. Hold on. 2.5 seconds. Talk amongst yourselves. La, 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 la. I'm going to find it in 2 seconds. Here we go. I don't know if any of you guys will recognize who that is. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. Okay, you can't even see it. So that's awesome that you can't even see it, and I just wasted all that time. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's the drag queen that popped out of a cake in Cake Boss. Google it. Number 11. What did you think you would be as an adult? I always thought that I was going to be a kindergarten teacher. Always. When I was like 10, I wanted to be a cosmetologist. I wanted to do hair, which is what I'm in school for now. And then when I was like 14 or 15, I wanted to be a deaf interpreter because my brother's deaf. So for a while, that's what I wanted to be. Now, I'm not really sure. I'm in cosmetology school. I want to do that. I'm also, once I complete that, I'm going to take wedding planning school. So I'm somewhere in there. Like, I like that creativity-ishness. So, something in that. Number 12, something you want to change about yourself. I guess my weight. I mean, I guess if I wanted to change my weight bad enough, I would try a little bit harder. Not that I'm not trying now, for those of you who follow my weight loss journey. I'm doing decent, but I know I could do a lot better. I just, right now is so hectic, and there's no excuses. But if I had to change anything, it'd probably be my weight. How did he propose, and after how long? This is a great one. We started dating on April 19th of 2008. He proposed on December 24th of 2008, so very quickly, like 8 months or 7 months, no, 8 months. And his proposal to me was it wasn't an accident, but basically what happened is I was trying to find out what he bought me for Christmas. I blackmailed one of his friends with a pack of cigarettes to find out what it was, and then found out it was an engagement ring, felt like a dummy head, and it was more or less because he knew that I knew about it. It was more or less, here, see if this ring fits you. It's pretty much how he proposed. He just said, here, see if this ring fits you. So it was not the Cinderella fairy tale proposal, but it was memorable in its own right. So so I got this one, and this one's weird, and I really haven't thought about it, but if you could let anyone in the world fart in your face, who would it be and why? I'm gonna go with, this is gonna sound really bad. I'm gonna go with my mom, because my mom, I've never smelled a stinky fart from my mom. So I'm gonna go with my mom. I'm just gonna, yeah. Do you regret any of your tattoos? I don't regret any of them. There is one I regret the placement on now that I've gotten, and I did my little tattoo thing earlier. I have on my ankle, I have a cross, and I love my cross. It's a really pretty wooden cross with a heart in the middle, and there's barbed wire around it. And I love it, but because now that I'm doing all of my legs at Alice in Wonderland, I wish I had put it somewhere else, but that's okay. So I don't regret any of them, just the placement of the one. If you could be anyone for one day, who and why? You know what? If I could be anyone, I would want to be Vaughn for just one day to see how I really am and how I really act around him. Because I don't know if any of you guys do this, but I watch my videos sometimes and I'm like, am I really like that? Do I make those faces? Like, that's really weird. Like, I've never watched myself do anything but, put on makeup or something or do my hair. So I think for one day I would like to be Vaughn and just see what he sees about me. That's what I would want to be. Favorite place ever lived? I love California. I miss California so much. And I mean, that's where I grew up. That's where all my, that's where I did, my high school growing up. And I miss all my friends and JD, Janice, I miss you. But the economy is so bad that I just can't imagine going back anytime soon, unfortunately. So, but favorite place I ever lived is definitely California. Number 18, one thing you love about yourself. Not to sound conceited or anything, but I love my personality. I'm very outgoing, friendly, which is sometimes my downfall. I see the best in people when I really shouldn't, but meh, whatever. 19. What's one thing you're OCD about? My work. You can come into my house and it could be a trash disaster area and nothing is where it should be, but you go to my office and everything is color coded and in sync. It just, that's how it is. And Janice knows exactly what I'm talking about because when we used to work together, I had everything color coded and that's just how I am. When it comes to my work environment, everything has to be it has to be, all of my ducks have to be in a row, or else I feel like I've got too much on my plate. So that's what I'm OCD about. If I was the last person alive and I could grab one thing, what would I grab and why? That's a really tough one. A really good book is probably what I would grab. If I was the last person alive, I would want a good book to read over and over and over again, or a book series or something. That's probably what I would grab. If I could grab Vaughn, I would, but it says I'm the last person. So, or my dog. I'd grab Emma. Okay, so the last one, I'm going to try and be as quick as possible about this. It's kind of an intense story, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy. This goes back to me seeing the good in people, but whatever. So how did I meet Vaughn, and how long have we been together? Well, we've been together, we just surpassed 4 years in the middle of April. We're getting married in a week. How did we meet? Like I said, I'll be quick. When I was in high school, I was best friends with this chick named Jessie. I even passed her sister in a class because I was the TA and she was failing and I passed her sister because me and her were really good friends. In 2005, in January, I met this guy online, awesome, cool guy. Found out that Jessie had also found him online as well, and we all met up or whatever. Alex was not a fan of her, but we all hung out. Me and Alex really liked each other, whatever. But in July, I was moving to Michigan, and we knew I was moving to Michigan, so we didn't want to start any kind of a long distance thing. So after I got out to Michigan, I found out that Jessie and Alex were hooking up, and I was really irritated, but I let it go. Me and Alex weren't exclusive. Whatever, I let it go. I moved back to California in April of 2006. In June of 2006, I started working at Disneyland, and I started dating my lead. Every day. We were together every single day. We were never exclusive or anything, but we were together every single day. And then one day he just stopped calling me, and I couldn't figure out why. And I was at a party one day, and I had quite a bit to drink, and Brian texted me, and he's all like, "You should come to Starbucks." Now you have to understand, Brian lived here and worked here, and Starbucks was way over here. So he had no reason to be at that Starbucks. Well, Jessie texts me 5 minutes later and goes, "Yeah, you should really come to Starbucks." So, of course, my sister and all my friends, we get in the car, we go over there, and we find out they ended up dating for quite a while. I didn't talk to her the whole time because I was really upset. Brian was a really cool guy. So we didn't talk, and then they broke up, and whatever. So in June of 2007, I met this guy online. We talked for a while. We met up one day. And we were together every single day. I was very hesitant to introduce him to Jessie because of the past, so I didn't for a while. And in December, I finally introduced them. Jessie, her current boyfriend, and his daughter all went out to dinner with me, my boyfriend Les, and his daughter. We all went out to dinner, blah, 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 blah. In January, I moved in with him, and then March 15th, which was like our 6 months together, I got home from work, was laying in bed with him, just hanging out and relaxing, and he's like, "Sorry, this isn't going to work for me." And I was like, What are you talking about? Whatever. It was a nightmare. I was crushed. It was horrible. Came over the next day to pick up my stuff because I ran out of the house that night. Came over the next day to pick up my stuff, and guess whose pillow is in my bed? You guessed it, Jessie's. So they dated for 2 years, but whatever. So the beginning of April rolls around, and I decide that I'm going to get back at Jessie. I'm 22 years old, and revenge, I'm going to get back at Jessie. So the guy that we all went out to dinner with, the guy that she was with at the time, who she was trying to get back because he dumped her, I found him on MySpace when MySpace was cool. Found him on MySpace. Talked on the phone for a couple days. Went over to his house. Went over to his house one night, Saturday night at like 9 o'clock at night. Stayed till 6 o'clock in the morning. We didn't even hug. Like, we just talked all night. And now we're getting married in a week. The guy that I met that night was Vaughn. So that is how we met. I no longer speak to Jesse, if you didn't guess already. Jesse has tried to get Vaughn back quite a few times, but obviously that's not going to happen. So, yeah. So that is how that story went. That's the very condensed Cliff Notes version, but that's pretty much what happened. So, yeah. So, anyways, this is the last video. I'll probably make one more video. I have something I want to address. But this will be the last video I make. Well, that'll be the last video I make until I get back from Michigan as the married woman. Whoop. So, I hope you guys are having a great Monday, even though it's Monday, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.